Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up, my people, my fam, the AG Tactical Squad, you know. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a beautiful ass day. Now, guess what? I'm in my spot now, and we're vibing. No, on top of that, we can do lives again. So I'm going to go live again tomorrow and the day after. So keep an eye out for the live. I'll probably post it on my Instagram. Go check out my Instagram. Go follow my Instagram right now. You need to be following it. That's how you can be tapped into all the shit you need to know. Tap in. Just follow my Instagram. Anyways, I'm probably going to let you guys know what time on my Instagram and through YouTube for those of y'all who don't have IG. But keep an eye out for that. Now, Darrell Brooks. This is part 2. Yesterday I dropped a video. Go check it out. It was them talking to a special internal affairs person. Not internal affairs. He was just like a specialist who does forensic work for the police. They call the police, and he helps them out, you know. He shares his expertise in the field because, you know, detectives may not know the science behind it. He knows the science behind why the bullet hit and turned that way and curved upward, and, you know, he's that type of guy. Anyway, court got removed. Brooks got angry. And not court. The jury got removed. The last video. That's where we left. That's where we left off. So let's see what goes down. This is the tantrum of Sir Brooksian.
The rest of you can have a seat as well. As soon as the jury's out, I'll make a record.
He always tries to do that intimidating shit. He tries to have some piercing eyes. I swear it's all a front. He's trying to do that shit to look intimidating. You're not intimidating nobody, bro.
Mr. Brooks, you are well aware that the reason documents are being put on the
I don't consent to being called that name.
Are because this court indicated it would limit the movement of the parties due to your custodial status to keep things fair.
And I merely asked, how did it get there?
Sir, do not interrupt me, or you will forfeit your right to be present in this courtroom.
So you're holding me in contempt? Are you holding me in contempt?
I'm going to make a record.
Are you holding me in contempt?
I'm not answering your questions.
So then you're not holding me in contempt.
Do not interrupt me again, or you will go to the other courtroom.
That's not. This motherfucker has a whole TV in the passenger seat. That is crazy. And somebody in the comments said that Donwoods didn't even have a license. I don't know how true that shit is, but you mean to tell me the whole family don't have a license? Whose car is it? Whose man's is this? Who's like? Nobody got a license, so why the fuck you got a car? That got me fucked up.
Something like that. Do you see that,
Objection
sir?
leading.
Overruled. Foundational. The witness may answer. The exhibits previously been received.
Objection speculative.
Overruled.
I do see that.
Do you remember something like that on the front passenger seat?
Yes.
Okay. And how about on the floorboard of the front passenger seat? Is there an item there, sir?
Objection leading.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yes.
What do you remember that item was?
A TV.
Okay. And to the left of the TV, the white colored object?
A shirt.
I don't recall what that is.
Okay. But this is the exact way the passenger seat looked when you recovered the vehicle, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, if we could please go to Exhibit 116 and put up for the witness.
I know him holding that face has to hurt. I know over time him holding that face like that must hurt his face muscles just to for as long as I can. Like, bro, like go to jail, go to prison with some grace at least, whatever grace you have left. This shit is just embarrassing at this point.
Witness only? Sir, do you see Exhibit 116 in front of you?
I do.
Do you recognize this photograph?
I do.
Do you believe this to be a true and accurate depiction of the interior of the SUV?
Yes.
Move to admit 116, permission to publish.
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled. Exhibit 116 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
What's in the photo of 116, please?
This is an overview of the rear passenger seat.
Oh my God. Look at that hoodie, guys. I'm going to throw up a picture right here. Don't tell me that is the exact same hoodie that Dawn Woods did her fucking interview for this man. How did he, wait. She must have hoodies like this, because I was going to say, how did she get her hands on that hoodie if, you know, this is all in evidence? That is crazy. You know this is his mom's car. Look at the hoodie with the frills on it. She gives an interview and she has, this is black. I think she has on a green hoodie. Same shit with frills everywhere. Just giving the interview. Yeah, you know, my dipshit son over here running white people over. Can't do nothing with this family. Bro, oh my goodness, bro. Look at all her shit. Look at that red shit. I bet you that's not his. I bet you that's all his mom's. Complete deadbeat. He wants to flex and boast and say he has grown-ass kids. You don't have a life. How do you support those kids?
That rear passenger compartment contained several clothing items and miscellaneous items.
Okay. And was the condition of the back seat like this when you found the vehicle, sir?
Objection, speculative.
Overruled. The witness may answer based upon his knowledge of recovering the vehicle from the scene and his training and experience.
Yes.
Now, for the witness only, I'm going to please ask Ms. Gussie to put up 113, 114, and 115 for his review. Please describe 113, sir.
That is an apparent fired bullet defect that's in the windshield of the Ford Escape.
Is that the rear view mirror on the left side of the picture?
Yes, this photograph would be from the inside looking through the windshield.
Were you able to tell the path of travel for the bullet?
Objection,
Yes.
speculative.
Please describe.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yes. The fired bullet that caused this defect most likely came through that rear passenger window that was shattered and entered the vehicle and then exited the vehicle through the windshield.
So that's a exit damage that we're seeing there.
Yes.
How can you be sure?
Windshields have laminated glass, and so the directionality of a fired bullet going through laminate glass, there's an indicative laminate tag, we call it. So that shows the direction of the fired bullet.
Okay.
All right. For the dummies out there, you guys in the comments, for all the geniuses out there, all 11,300 of y'all, shit, I love it. I love the number. I love all you guys, man. You guys are awesome. You guys changed my life. I swear to God. Not gonna lie, man. You know, shit. You know, a year ago, I wasn't thinking about doing videos. Anyways, not getting too deep. Laminated glass. Y'all let me know what that is. I'm assuming it's like reinforced glass or something, but I always knew when a car windshield broke, it would break up into little chunks of glass. And I was like, damn, why does it do that? Laminated glass. Okay. What is that? You guys hit me up.
Number 114, please. Please describe.
That's an apparent fired bullet defect. I call this a striking defect. That's on the roof rail of the passenger side of the vehicle.
Okay. Why do you call it a striking defect?
It didn't penetrate any part of the vehicle. It was more of a glancing kind of ricochet.
Okay. And then number 115. And if you could zoom in on that back left. Yep, thank you.
They're really trying
Please
to cap
describe.
his ass.
This is an apparent fired bullet defect. I call this a perforating defect because it actually went through the exterior door skin and went all the way through into the inside of the vehicle.
Did you ever find the fired round in the vehicle?
Yes, I did recover a fired bullet and fired bullet fragment from the rear cargo area of the vehicle.
Okay. Was there any evidence that that bullet traveled any further than the cargo area of the SUV?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled. Based upon the witness's training and experience and examination of the vehicle, he may answer.
No, the bullet stayed in that rear cargo area.
Okay. Now, aside from examining
Look, the mean face is already gone. He already got tired. What happened, Brooks? I thought you were mad. What happened to the mean face? I swear to God, he's the one of them people you just want to poke their eye out real fast, you know. But you know, it's cool. Hopefully, somebody else will poke him out in jail for us.
interior and the exterior of the vehicle at ground level, did you attempt to look underneath the vehicle?
Yes, the first processing strategy, if we go back to that, I wanted to get everything collected from all sides of the vehicle and inside of the vehicle before putting it on a vehicle lift to examine the undercarriage of the vehicle.
So you did do that.
Yes.
What kinds of things are you looking for on the undercarriage?
Looking for anything that shouldn't be normally present on the undercarriage of the vehicle. So I was looking for any hairs, fibers, any potential biological fluids such as blood.
Did you find any such objects?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled. He may answer.
Yes, I did.
Did you collect those items?
Yes, I did.
You had described for us earlier swabbing of the steering wheel on the interior of the vehicle. Do you recall that?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
How do you go about swabbing a steering wheel, sir?
Objection. What's the relevancy?
Overruled. The witness may answer.
The best way to collect DNA evidence from a surface is to use a two-swab technique. The first swab is a swab that's slightly moistened with deionized water, and basically swabbing the surface and then following up that swab with a dry swab. So it's a two-swab process, a wet swab followed by a dry swab, and that becomes one item of evidence.
Same thing for the gear shift?
Yes.
What do you do with these swabs after you collect them?
I put them into the appropriate container and then seal that container, write my description of that particular item of evidence, and eventually that evidence is transferred to a unit at the crime laboratory for analysis. In this particular case, those items, anything for DNA, is going to be transferred to the DNA analysis unit.
Did that happen?
Yes, that did.
And how about the hat, States Exhibit 87? Did that get transferred to another unit for further analysis, to your knowledge?
Yes, so any clothing item that's
Hold on. There was an objection. Grounds?
Brakes. Brooks is like a speeding brake. He's just like every time you're starting to make some leeway and you're starting to get a nice little cruising altitude with the person you're questioning, he's gonna be like, objection, hitting the brakes, objection, hitting the brakes some more. We're going 20 miles an hour, now we're going 15. Up, now we're going 10. Up, now the jury's gone. Now we're at a full stop. You see what's happening, right? That's all he's doing. He's just hitting the brakes. But guess what? The truck is still gonna make it. Transmission fucked up and all. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it to the damn verdict. So don't you worry.
Relevancy.
Overruled. The witness may continue answering.
Look at him.
Clothing items that are worn by individuals are a really good source of transfer of DNA. So yes, I collected that hat and it was transferred to the DNA analysis unit.
Your report Exhibit 90, did you believe that to be a true and accurate narration or summary, I should say, of your work in this case, sir?
Yes, I do.
Move to admit number 90, Your Honor.
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled. Exhibit 90 is received.
I don't have any other questions then, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Cross-exam, please.
Look at his face, bro. See the glossiness, bro? His eyes stay glossy. I think it's because he's mad. He's like genuinely mad. Like he genuinely believes like that this is bullshit, which is crazy to believe. Like, how do you think that this is bullshit, bro? I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't. Dickhead.
You said you do DNA analysis, correct?
No, I did DNA analysis for nearly 10 years. I don't actually do DNA analysis anymore.
So at the time of the incident, were you doing DNA analysis?
No.
So who did the DNA analysis on all the items?
And who did the DNA analysis on? He's a dum-dum. He's stupid, bro. He doesn't even know. I understand when you have a stutter compared to when you're dumb. He's just a dumb fuck. Analysis, is that how you say it?
So at the time of the incident, were you doing DNA analysis?
No.
Analysis.
So who did the DNA analysis on?
Analysis. He called it an analysis. He doesn't even know it's analysis. So, oh my God. I'm losing meaning in the word. Let me stop saying it.
All the items that were found during your investigation.
DNA analyst Trevor Nailed.
Did you see the results of those DNA Did you see the results of those?
What did I tell you, bro? No. It's an analyst, and then there's an analysis, okay? An analyst is the person who does the analysis. He was about to say analyst just now, and he was like, oh, wait, that doesn't make sense. Fucking moron. Look at this shit. I told y'all. I told you he was dumb. Oh, my God. Damn, bro. What are we watching, guys?
Did you see the results of those DNA Did you see the results of those DNA tests?
We did have conversations.
Did you see them?
See, and this is why he's angry, because he knows he's inadequate for most things, and he knows that he deserves to just work at a terrible job for himself, but he won't admit it. He won't better himself, so he'll just be mad forever. You can't just be a mad, ignorant dumbass. You have to do something to help yourself. Like, help yourself. Don't even do it for the rest of the world. Like, come on now.
No.
So it'd be fair to say you don't know what those results were.
I didn't verify it. Like I said, we just had conversations.
So do you know the results of the DNA analysis?
In particular, is there a particular item?
For any of the items.
I don't recall the exact results, no.
And you made reference to the gunshot that you stated stayed in the rear cargo. Where in the rear cargo did you find that shell casing?
Objection, that's a misstatement. It wasn't a shell casing, Your Honor.
Shell casing, fragment, same thing.
Hold
No,
on.
it's
There's
not,
been
you fucking weirdo. The shell casing stays behind where the gun is, where the person who shot the gun is at. He doesn't even know how firearms work, bruh. You're over here shooting at your cousin, doing all this shit. You don't even know how shell casing, fragment, same thing. Showcasing his ignorance, bro. Just showcasing it for the world to see. It's beautiful.
an objection. I'll sustain the objection. It mischaracterizes the testimony and ask that you rephrase it.
Did you find a shell casing, a bullet fragment?
I found a fired bullet fragment.
Where did you find the fired bullet fragment?
It was really close proximity to where the rear latch comes down and hooks in to stay closed. So on the floor of the rear cargo by where the actual cargo door comes down.
And you said a latch that comes down?
Yeah, so how doors latch, like car doors latch, you know where the latch is? So where the rear cargo door came down and latched, it was in really close proximity on the horizontal surface of that rear cargo area.
No. You just said horizontal, you just said surface, and you just said rear cargo area. Bro doesn't understand what the fuck you just said. What you said was beep bork g. Like that's what you said to him. He doesn't know what horizontal means. Horizontal is probably to him like a type of food or some shit. I promise
Did you observe if the bullet fragment had struck anything?
It struck some items in that rear cargo area.
Do you recall what it struck?
I don't.
Oh, dumb, bro. Look at how he slouched over. Didn't make it far in high school. Which is fine. I mean, I know a lot of people who didn't make it through high school, and they're smart as shit. I don't even know what that statement was. That doesn't even make a difference. Some people are just stupid. Some people just don't want to learn. Some people are stupid and lazy, don't want to change. Like, high school don't have shit to do with it. But anyway.
You made reference to a headband being on the rear view driver's side mirror, correct?
Correct. It was on the driver's door mirror.
The infamous headband, brother.
And from your expertise, how would you, in your opinion, guess that it got there?
You ran somebody the fuck over.
By coming into contact with something or someone that was wearing it?
And do you know that for sure?
No, but based off of my experience of a lot of years of examination of physical items of evidence.
But it'd be fair to say that you don't know exactly.
No, I wasn't at the parade. I wasn't. No.
And you stated that you were present for the towing of the vehicle, correct?
Yes.
Do you recall at any time anyone's attempting to start the vehicle?
No.
Yo, the whole muffler was on the fucking floor. I don't think anybody wanted to start that shit. Nobody wanted to spontaneously combust if they turned that shit over. We don't know what the fuck is going on with that car. You left that shit so fucked up. Come on now, bro. Nobody's doing that stupid shit. We're examining this car and we're moving on with our lives. And then we're going to testify about it a year later. That's what we're going to do. Shit. Wasting all them tax dollars on all this shit, which is crazy to me. One person costs probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably millions of dollars worth of hospital fees, worth of investigation, worth of people's time. You know how many? This is the largest trial I've seen in a long time, bro. I usually get through trials in like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This shit is the longest trial I've ever seen, I feel like, besides like OJ and some other shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and you stated that the bumper was, I guess, moved at some point so it wouldn't drag under the vehicle. I'm guessing that's what you said. If I'm wrong, you can.
No, that's correct. Yeah, we used bungee cords to secure it off the ground so that when we're moving it or putting it on the flatbed to go to the actual enclosed trailer, that it wouldn't be constantly going underneath the vehicle.
When towing the vehicle, what was it placed on?
Because of the amount of traffic or cars that were parked on the road, the towing company couldn't get the enclosed trailer right to the end of the driveway. So the vehicle was put onto a flatbed truck and then driven a few houses down, where then it was transferred to an enclosed trailer and then removed from the scene.
damn, that sounds like a lot of work.
So with the bumper, being that it was first placed on a flatbed truck, as you say,
You don't even
at
know
that
what
time,
you
what the
asked.
bumper had, what problem with the bumper had caused if it wasn't going to be physically dragged or anything at that point?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
What kind of problem would the bumper pose if the vehicle was?
Hey, he used the word. What problem would the bumper pose if it? Hey, the gears are turning up there. Okay, okay.
On a flatbed truck.
The whole point
Essentially, what I'm saying is to give you more clarity. How could the bumper be dragged at that point?
it was being removed from the surface of the driveway onto the flatbed. So if the bumper weren't secured in an upright position, it would be pulled, and the bumper, as the vehicle is going this way, the bumper would be pulled underneath the vehicle.
So once it was secured on the flatbed truck, would the bumper still pose any problem?
The vehicle on the flatbed, the bumper was in a secured position.
If it wasn't bungee corded, would it have posed a problem?
Yes.
How so if it wasn't moving?
The whole purpose was to secure the bumper in place to preserve any physical evidence that might have been on the bumper.
And do you recall who did the actual towing?
The company is Complete Towing and Recovery.
And you stated to
Complete Towing and Recovery. I don't know why, but it sounds like they would work with law enforcement. Complete Towing and Recovery. We recover you, just like the police. You know what I mean? I mean, they sound like they work with law enforcement.
wanting to get the vehicle to a environmentally friendly, secure location.
Yeah, a better term would be environmentally controlled.
What do you mean by environmentally controlled?
Proper lighting outside of the elements, outside of view of the public, so an enclosed building.
Why the reference to outside of the public?
Because people touch, people take pictures, and people contaminate. The fuck? You're not a moron, bro. I know. Like, why are you asking these questions? Obviously. I mean, I could think of 30 reasons why it would be outside of the public eye. Dumb. Bro, he's really showcasing. He doesn't even know how to say environment. He is over there mentally stable. What does that mean? Twisting his eyes up, trying to figure out how to say it. Like, bro needs some help.
It's easier to do examinations in a controlled environment.
Would it be fair to say at that time, before it was towed, the vehicle had been secured, checked? That was done out in public. So, what would be the difference at that point?
I'm going to go back to my original statement of what my primary duty is. My primary duty is to preserve the integrity of the evidence. So that night, I was concerned with doing the necessary steps that I deemed relevant to collect, and then get that vehicle to a more suitable environment, just based off of how much more work and analysis and processing that vehicle would entail.
Fundamentally, I follow what you're saying fundamentally.
Okay.
The question, though, is by the time you arrived to the scene where the vehicle was located, were you aware that the vehicle had essentially been already investigated?
No.
So you had no knowledge that the vehicle had been secured, had been pretty much investigated by that point?
Well, I was aware that the vehicle was in a secured state. I don't know what happened prior to that. It was very little information that I received on the initial phone call because of the hectic nature of everything. So I had an address, and I knew that the vehicle was being secured by law enforcement.
So law enforcement were present when you arrived to the scene?
Yes.
He's not a cop, of course.
And at that time, you had learned. Did you learn any knowledge from the law enforcement other than what you were told during the phone call?
No.
Do you recall who you were called by?
I was called by Special Agent in Charge Dave Klabundy of the Division of Criminal Investigations.
Do you recall what time you arrived at the scene?
I arrived at approximately 8:15 p.m.
Do you recall what time the vehicle was found?
I don't recall.
Do you recall anyone telling you or mentioning what time the vehicle had been found?
I don't recall.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Don't give him shit.
So it'd be fair to say before you arrived on the scene, you have no knowledge of what's been happening around the vehicle.
That's correct.
You said you made reference to a hat being found in the background. Do you remember saying that? Or in the backyard, rather. I'm sorry, not the background. The backyard, I meant to say.
Yes.
And at the time that you observed this hat in the backyard, do you, from your expert opinion, do you recall it having any relevance to the vehicle?
No, it was an item of evidence or a potential item of evidence that just seemed out of place. So in those types of situations, I always collect those types of items.
But you weren't sure at the time if it had any involvement with the actual vehicle?
No.
Was there anything significant that stood out about the hat?
Just the location.
Did you find any blood on the hat? Did you find... Or is it just pretty much just a hat in the backyard?
Nope, you just knocked it clean off the person. No blood needed. Just boop, straight off his fucking head. What do you mean blood on the hat? Like, bro... Anyways, let's continue.
I didn't do a thorough examination of the hat.
So as far as you were concerned, it was basically just taking in the evidence as a precautionary thing, or?
Yeah, it was an item that just seemed out of place, so I collected that hat.
Did you at any time obtain knowledge about the relevancy of that?
No.
All the photographs that you were shown, had you seen those photographs before today?
Yes.
Do you recall if they were taken the same night of your investigation or multiple nights or days, rather?
There were multiple days.
And do you recall why you had to, or do you recall why those photos had to be taken over a multiple day span?
Took long as shit.
Yes, the vehicle needed a comprehensive evaluation or processing, examination of pretty much every single side and surface of that vehicle.
And to do that, photograph-wise, would have took days?
Yes.
Damn. Holy shit. Every side and surface of the vehicle. And that's a legit question. To do that would take days. And he was like, yeah. Imagine hundreds of pictures. And you have to remember, did I take a picture of that side yet? Did I do this? Did I already do that? No, I'm sure they have, like, they mark it and they make sure they don't get tripped up like that. But that shit sounds stressful. You talk about a stressful job. You gotta love that shit. And I could tell this guy, he's a real G. Nothing phases this man. He's a fucking boss. Stop fucking with this guy. Look at him, suave with the suit, chilling. You know, nothing crazy, just chilling, giving his opinion. But like, I'm sure it takes a lot. It takes a lot to get to that level, because that sounds insane to me. Days of taking pictures of a fucking car. That's crazy.
So when did you start? When did you start actually doing an investigation of the items inside of the vehicle?
That would have been the 22nd, November 22nd.
So the next day.
Correct.
And so did you yourself do analysis of the outside of the vehicle?
Analysis?
Yes.
Analysis, you dumbass.
Same day, 22nd of November?
Yes.
So you kind of started the outside and the inside pretty much roughly at the same time?
Yes.
You know what I'm thinking about is like we just need to go through the transcript of Darrell Brooks speaking. The amount of like I know the transcriber person I don't think they're supposed to fix anything. So if you say it wrong, they'll just write it down. It's probably the craziest transcript you've seen in a minute. That is crazy.
Do you recall how long your complete investigation took?
Mine, along with my colleagues?
Yours.
Mine. The examination itself of just me examining the vehicle?
Just you.
Probably over 40 hours. And that does not include the report that I'm writing. It doesn't include the process of going through the report, everything. But my examination, at least 40.
And so I'm assuming you did the report after you completed the initial investigation part.
Yes, the report's a summary of my processing.
And define summary. What do you mean by summary?
It pulls everything together. It details my examinations and any findings I have from those examinations.
I always view summary as not every detail, but pretty much like it's much as would be relevant, but not every single detail. Would that be fair to say?
This report is comprehensive in the terms of it lists every single item that was collected.
So why would you refer to it as a summary?
It's a summary of the examination and processing. That's the best way to describe it. It's not a dictation, in other words.
What do you mean by dictation?
There are
He
other
doesn't even understand. He doesn't even. You can't talk to him in smart man speak. You know, you just can't do it. He was like, it's not a dictation. It's not like he wrote like, well, I approached the car and I gathered 17 items, and you know these 3 were the most important, and then I took pictures and no. This was like a laboratory report. You know, you have to put the date, the time, you have your lists, you have your columns and all that shit. Damn, it's been a while since. It's basically like a lab, I'm assuming. You call it a summary because it's not. I feel like when you go to higher levels of like comprehensive writing and like, you know, like making reports, summary can mean different things. It doesn't always mean like a fucking like 6th grade fucking summary of a book you just wrote. What Brooks is referring to is the type shit where you read a book for summer and you write a summary on the book. This is not what the fuck we're talking about, bro. Like, wake the fuck up, please. Wake up.
reports that other agencies may do that are dictated, right? They're I did this, then I did this, then I did this. This
See?
is a summary. This isn't a dictated report.
So what exactly did you summarize in your report?
My examination and processing strategies that I used, and the items of evidence collected, and any relevant findings associated with those examinations.
Can't fuck with him. You cannot. Unrocked. He knows his shit.
Did you do any examination of the cell phones?
No, I collected those and transferred those to a detective with the Waukesha Police Department.
Do you recall who that detective was?
David, his last name is spelled, I believe, Foyen, Foyen.
Foyen?
So at the time that you turned the phones over, did you do any more work in regards to the phones?
No.
Do you recall doing any investigation on the airbag control module?
No, I don't do that.
I don't think that is from this witness, John. I don't see anything like that in this Exhibit 90. Are you perhaps still looking at Inspector Schultz's report from the State Patrol, the last witness?
What page number do you have? And I'll take a look at it and I'll compare it.
If you saw the plaintiff, would you be able to identify the plaintiff?
Objection,
Grounds.
irrelevant.
Sustained pursuant to 96.
All right, y'all, that was pretty much it for this witness. I pretty much skipped the last 15 minutes of it because guess what? He starts asking, if you saw the plaintiff, would you be able to identify the plaintiff? Like, you know, the person who filed the claim, which is not a person, it's an entity, so therefore the trial's a sham. Yeah, he does all that shit. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's a bit of a longer one, but I needed to get this whole topic out in 2 videos because it was a big one, but it was a good one. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Look out for my Bradley Yon upload. I'm about to drop another one of those. And, yeah, hit my Instagram. Send me stories. I'm always looking at new shit. Look out for the live tonight. And I love y'all. Stay inside. Stay safe. I'm out of here. Let's go.